Chag Sameach, everybody. Now is the moment that I think many of the kids in the room have been waiting for. The search is officially open for the Affliction. Now is the time. I'll give you the parameters. It is hidden somewhere within Mendelssohn Hall in this social hall. It is not in the sanctuary. It is not in the lobby. It is right here in this social hall. It is not on the fourth floor or on the second floor or in the basement. So go ahead and look for the Affliction. Yay! Who found the Affliction? Let's see it. Oh, you got it. Okay, so I have good news and better news. Here is your prize. And the better news is there's a prize for all the kids. So come on up. Everyone can take one. Thank you very much. They are all the same.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. How are you? Amazing.
Thank you.
Dina, you want your prize? Yeah.
I know I'll be a little kid.
Here you go. Here you go. And here you go.
What do you say?
Okay. I'm going to invite everyone back to their seats, and we are going to continue on with our Seder. Where did my Haggadah go? Oh, there it is.
Grab your son. He's got lots of cash in his hand.
Oh, God. Not only did we find the... Oh, thank you. Not only did we find the Affliction, but I found my Haggadah with all the notes in it. So we're doing well. We are on page... We are on page 61. We're going to bench Birkat Hamazon, but feel free to continue. I think dessert will be served shortly, so you can liberally bench and liberally continue to enjoy your meal. Shir Hamalot Beshuv Adonai Et Shivat Zion Hayinu Kehomim Az Yamale Yitzchok Pinu Ulshonenu Rina Az Yomru Vagoyim Yiktil Adonai La Soti Mele Yiktil Adonai La Soti Manu Hayinu Samechim Shuv Adonai Et Shivitenu Kafikim Banegev Hazorim Bedima Berina Yiktoru Haloch Yalahu Vaho No Se Mashach Hazara Bo Yavo Verina No Se Alumotav. In the middle of page 62, Rabotai Nevarech. Birshut Maranan V'Rabanan V'Rabotai Nevarech Eloheinu She'achalnu Mishalo. Baruch Hu Baruch Shemo Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Hazan et ha'olam kulo b'tuvo b'chein b'chesed u'vrachamim Hu noten lehem l'chol basar ki le'olam chasto Uvtuvo hagadol Tamid lo chasar lanu V'al yachsar lanu Ma'azon le'olam va'ed Ba'avur shemo hagadol Ki hozanu farnes lakol Umetiv lakol Umechin mazon Lechol briotav asher bara Baruch Atah Adonai Hazan et hakol. The top of page 64. Uvenei Yerushalayim Ir HaKodesh Bimheira B'Yameinu Baruch Atah Adonai Bon Reid Yerushalayim Amen. B'yom Chag Hamatzot Hazeh Zochreinu Adonai Eloheinu Bo L'tova Ufokteinu Vo Livracha V'Hoshienu Vo L'chaim Harachaman Hu Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed Harachaman Hu Yefarnsenu B'chavod Harachamam Hu Yizakreinu Limot HaMashiach U'L'chayei HaOlam Haba Harachaman Hu Yishlach Bracha Meruba B'Bayit Hazeh V'Yal Shulchan Zeh She'echalnu Alav Harachaman Hu Yevarech Otanu Ve'et Kol Asher Lanu Kamo Shenitzbarchu Avotenu V'Imotenu Avraham, Yitzchak, V'Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah, Bakol Mikol Kol, Ken Yevarech Otanu Kulanu Yachad, Bivracha Shalema V'Nomar Amen. Osei Shalom Bimromav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imeru Amen. Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitain, Adonai Yivarech et Amo V'Shalom. On page 67, towards the bottom of that page, we find our kos bracha, the third cup of wine, our cup of blessing. So go ahead and fill up your third cup with grape juice or wine. Together we take up the cup of wine, now recalling the third divine promise. Shene'emar v'ga'alti etchem bizroa nituya. Together, as it is written, I will redeem you with an outstretched arm. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Now you might notice that here, at least at my table, we have a clementine, aka an orange, on our Seder plate. And this is a newer custom perhaps for some, although perhaps for others it's already been around for quite a while. There are all kinds of stories about why there is an orange on the Seder plate. There's a folklore about that there was a woman who was having her bat mitzvah, and someone said that that a woman having a bat mitzvah belongs on the Seder plate just as much as a woman belongs on the bima just as much as an orange belongs on the Seder plate. While that's a nice story, it's actually not the truth. What we know is this: Susanna Heschel, George. Susanna Heschel, who is the daughter, of course, of Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, is a professor and a PhD in her own right. She was giving a lecture about gender and also about the LGBTQIA community and Judaism. And there was a lesbian group of women who decided that they felt so marginalized in Judaism that they would put breadcrumbs on the Seder plate. This bothered Susanna Heschel because she thought, well, that makes the entire thing not kosher, right? It ruins the whole holiday. It takes the tradition and it just negates it. Rather, she said, it's better to put an orange on the Seder plate because an orange can actually add to the celebration of the holiday. So too, when we think about all of the marginalized people within our community, we know that lifting up their voices, making space for their voices, not only allows more people to be included, which is a good thing, but ultimately it enriches our community and it enriches our tradition and Judaism itself. So we have the orange on the Seder plate to represent all of those marginalized people within our community and beyond. Speaking about marginalized people, Elijah is a great friend of marginalized people. So let's read on page 68. I'm not sure, is the microphone at any of the tables? Oh, perfect. And it's at your table's turn anyway. So if a participant wants to read, maybe each participant can take a paragraph of the italicized reading on page 68.
Elijah the prophet from the village of Tishbe in Gilead challenged the justice of the king and overthrew the worship of Baal. He healed the humble, sick, and helped the widowed. As to the end of his days on earth. His disciple Elisha had a vision of Elijah being carried to the skies in a chariot of fire. Legend has it that Elijah returned to earth from time to time to befriend the helpless.
This man of mystery became associated with the end of days, with the messianic hopes of our people. The prophet Malachi promised that Elijah would come to turn the hearts of parents to children and the hearts of children to parents, and announced that the coming of Messiah with all mankind would celebrate freedom.
Hence he has a place in every Seder. We open the door that he may enter, and set a cup of wine to represent the final messianic promise for us and for all peoples. I will bring you into the land.
Whoever would like to join me, we're going to go and open up the door for Elijah. We'll see if he's here this year. Come on, let's go find Elijah. Okay, here. we open this door right here? You want to open it, Jarrett? Oh, it's for Elijah. It's okay. I think it's okay. Oh, maybe. Here we go. Okay, come on in, Elijah. Come here, Dina. Dina, come here. Okay, we'll come back in.
Oh, that's perfect.
Thank you.
You're letting Elijah.
Fun.
Actually, you can kind of see him right there.
There, yeah, in the flash, it gets picked up. So we'll sing together, Eliyahu Hanavi. Thanks,
Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Agiladi, Bimera veyamenu, Yavo Eleinu, Imashiach ben David, Imashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi.
On pages 71 and 72 and 73, we find our Hallel, our Psalms of Praise. How lucky are we to have Marla, who will lead us through this section of the Seder.
There we go. Let's join together where it says number 24. Hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto, yomarna Yisrael, ki le'olam chasto, yomruna vet Aaron, ki le'olam chasto, yomruna yirei Adonai, ki le'olam chasto. And down just a few more lines underneath that, at where it says treble clef number 25, we can sing together. Ozi vezimrat ya vayehili lishua. 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 Ozi vezimrat ya vayehili lishua.
Thank you, Marla. That was beautiful. On page 74, we'll read responsively. I lift up the cup of deliverance and call upon the name of God. Min hametzar karati ya anani v'merchav ya. Out of the depths I called upon God, who answered me with great deliverance. The dead praise not Adonai, nor any that go down into silence. I shall walk before Adonai in the land of the living. Ozi v'zimrat ya v'yehili lishua. God is my strength and my song, and God has become my triumph. Bye-bye. Together on the top of 75, first in Hebrew, then in English. Va'anachnu nevarech ya me'ata v'ad olam. Hallelujah. And we will praise our God forever. The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. We will not die but live to declare the works of God, and we will praise Adonai forever. On page 79, we are going to sing the song together, Who Knows One, Echad Mi Yodea.
Echad mi yodea, Echad ani yodea, Echad Eloheinu, 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 Shebashamayim uva'aretz, Shnayim yodea, Ani yodea, Shnei luchot habrit, Echad Eloheinu, 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 Shebashamayim uva'aretz, Shlosha mi yodea, Shlosha ani yodea, Shlosha avot, Shnei luchot habrit, Echad Eloheinu, 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 Shebashamayim uva'aretz, Arba mi yodea, Arba ani yodea, Arba imahot, Shlosha avot, Shnei luchot habrit, Echad Eloheinu, 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 Shebashamayim uva'aretz, Chamisha ani yodea, Chamisha ani yodea, Chamisha chumshei Torah, Arba imahot, Shlosha avot, Shnei luchot habrit, Echad Eloheinu, 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 Shebashamayim uva'aretz, Shlosha asar mi yodea, Shlosha asar ani yodea, Shlosha asar midaya, Shneim asar mivtaya, Chad asar kolaya, Asara dibraya, Tisha Krelada, Shmona yemei milah, Shiva yemei milah, Shisha sidrei mishnah, Chamisha chumshei Torah, Arba avod, Shnei luchot habrit, Echad Eloheinu, 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 Shebashamayim.
On page 87, we'll sing in English Chad Gadya, which of course is a song that seems like a silly song, but it is a metaphor for all of the empires that have risen and fallen, and in the end, the only one that stands, of course, is our God. Let's sing together on page 87.
Chagadya, Chagadya, my father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagadya, Chagadya. Then came the cat and ate the kid. Chagadya, Chagadya. Then came the dog and bit the cat that ate the kid that my father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagadya, Chagadya. Then came the stick that beat the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid. Chag, but for 2 zuzim, Chagad, ya, Chagad, ya. Then came the fire and burnt the stick, that beat the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid, that my father bought for 2 zuzim, zim. God, ya, Chagad, ya. Then came the fire and burned the stick, that beat the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid, that bought for 2 zuzim. Chagad, ya, Chagad, ya. Then came the beat the that bit the cat, that ate the kid, for father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagad, ya, Chagad, ya. Then came the that bit the 2 zuzim. Chagad, ya, Chagad, ya. Then came the angel of death that slew the butcher, that killed the ox, and drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that beat the dog, bit the cat, that ate the kid. My father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagad, ya.
This last verse, it's a tradition to try to do it in one breath. So let's see how we can do it.
Then came the Holy One, blessed be He, that destroyed the angel of death, that slew the butcher, that killed the ox, that drank the water, that quenched the fire, that burned the stick, that beat the dog, that bit the cat, that ate the kid. My father bought for 2 zuzim. Chagad, ya, Chagad, ya.
On page 91, Nirtzah, we're getting to the very end of our night. We're at our 4th cup of wine. Kos Hartzah. I know those last 2 come up quickly. This is the 4th cup, the cup belonging to God, the cup of acceptance. As our Seder draws to an end, we're on page 91, we take up our cups of wine. The redemption is not yet complete. The 4th cup recalls us to our covenant with the Eternal One, to the tasks that still await us as a people, called to the service of God, to a great purpose for which the people of Israel lives, the preservation and affirmation of hope. Shene'emar v'lakachti etchem li la'am, together, as it is written, and I will take you to be my people. Let's hold up our 4th cups. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. We'll read responsively. The Seder service now concludes, its rites observed in full, its purposes revealed. This privilege we share will ever be renewed until God's plan is known in full, God's highest blessing sealed. Peace, peace for us, for everyone, for all people, this our hope. Next year in Jerusalem, next year may all be free. L'shana haba'a b'Yerushalayim. We'll conclude our Seder in song, page 94.
Adirhu, Adirhu, Yivne ve'to ve'karov, B'meira, B'meira, B'yameinu ve'karov, El b'nei, b'nei ve'tra ve'karov, Bachurhu, Gadolhu, Dagulhu, Yivne ve'to ve'karov, B'meira, B'meira, V'yameinu ve'karov, El b'nei, b'nei ve'tra ve'karov, Na'orhu, Sagivhu, Azuzhu yivne veto vekarov bimera vimera v'yameinu bekarov el bene bene vetcha bekarov podehu tzadiku kadushu yivne veto vekarov bimera v'yameinu bekarov el bene bekarov.
If I could ask everyone who helped plan tonight's Seder to please stand. Carol and her whole team. Thank you. You know, they say that matzah is our bread of affliction, and of course it is, and of course we eat matzah all week long to remember our story. But I don't know about you, but for me, the matzah and the rest of the food and the spirit of being here together with all of you certainly fills up our souls and is the opposite of affliction. It is wonderful after the years that we've had to be together. So the only thing better would be next year in Jerusalem. Chag Sameach.